Today, we're going to talk about direct objects and direct object pronouns. It is important for you guys to remember the different parts of a sentence. For example, in the sentence, Mrs. Garcia teaches Spanish, Mrs. Garcia is the subject, the verb is teaches. Now, in order to find what the direct object is, we're going to look for what or who receives the action of the verb. A lot of times you can find this by asking the question who or what in relation to the verb. Not who or what does the action of the verb, that's going to be the subject. So in the sentence, Mrs. Garcia teaches Spanish, Mrs. Garcia is the subject, teaches is the verb, and Spanish is the direct object. What does Senora Garcia teach? Spanish. So that's the direct object. In the sentence, the athlete kicked the ball to his teammate. The athlete is the subject. The athlete is the one who completes the action. The action or the verb is kicked. When we ask the question, what did the athlete kick? The answer is the ball. So the ball is going to be the direct object. To his teammate is a prepositional phrase. Okay, so that is how we find the direct object. Now, we can also use the direct object pronouns in sentences. And what a pronoun does in general is replace a noun. So here, direct object pronouns are going to replace the direct objects in a sentence. In English, the direct object pronouns are it or them. So in the sentence, Mrs. Garcia teaches Spanish, Mrs. Garcia teaches it, okay? In Spanish, when we're writing out the direct object pronouns, me is going to be me. You, familiar, so that's if you were going to be talking to someone you would refer to as tú, the pronoun is te. For him, or anything that is masculine and singular like el escritorio or el lago, or if you're talking to someone you would refer to as usted, and it's masculine, for example, if you were talking to Mr. Lawson, you would use the pronoun lo. The same thing is going to happen for her or a female that you want to show respect to. That would be la. To replace us, we're going to use the pronoun nos. For you all, if we're in Spain, we're going to use os. For them or you all not in Spain, we'll use los, and that will be all masculine or a mix of masculine and feminine. And if it's them or you all and it's all feminine, we'll use the pronoun las. The next thing we have to worry about is where we can place a pronoun in a sentence. So the first rule will work all the time because every sentence has to have a conjugated verb. So in this sentence, tienes la tarea, you're asking, do you have the homework? So la tarea is going to be the direct object pronoun. So or the direct object, sorry. And when we replace it, we're going to use la. And that pronoun can go before the conjugated verb. No la tengo. Now, if the sentence has an infinitive or a present participle, that's the ando or yendo, we can attach it. But remember that every sentence has to have a conjugated verb, okay? So in this sentence, tengo mucha tarea, pero no quiero hacerla. This la is referring to the tarea, again, and it is attached to the infinitive. It would also be correct to rewrite this sentence, tengo mucha tarea, pero no la quiero hacer. Because remember, we can place the pronouns attached to the infinitive or immediately before the conjugated verb, which is quiero. One of the tasks that you're going to have to do in class is rewrite sentences, substituting the direct object with the direct object pronoun. So in the sentence, mi madre hace las maletas para mí. Mi madre is a subject. Hace is the verb. What does my mom pack? So we have las maletas as the direct object. So if we want to rewrite this sentence, we're going to keep mi madre, that's a subject. We have to put the direct object pronoun before the conjugated verb. So for las maletas, it's feminine and plural, so we'll use las to replace it. Then we have the verb hace and para mí. In the sentence, quiero leer un libro hoy, we have un libro as the direct object. So if it's masculine and singular, we're going to use the direct object pronoun lo. So before the conjugated verb, we can say lo quiero leer hoy, or we can go ahead and attach the pronoun to the infinitive. Quiero leerlo hoy. Last but not least, we have the sentence, bebemos los refrescos en el restaurante. So what do we drink? The soft drinks. So that's going to be the direct object. And we replace los refrescos con los. So los bebemos en el restaurante. And that is what you need to know about direct objects and direct object pronouns.